Yeah. They never even heard me on no shit like this before. Like, I'm usually the one doing the singing. Zuvi. 2020, sometimes you gotta switch it up on these, man, cause so these, they really not on your level, man. Yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do. Alright, yeah, let's paint a picture for him, baby. Real artist. Girl, it's only me and you now, that's a partnership. I compliment you every day. Girl, I love the way you do it. Business savvy, plus she classy, always vibing to her music. And she ain't never late, that money call, she getting to it. Always dot her eyes and cross her T's, she do not confuse it. Nothing like no boss, never been no laws. Loyalty and love, girl, it's free, it don't cost. I can feel you deep down in my body and my soul with it. Never been the type to show emotions, I'm controlling it. I'm feeling like I put the top down, it's you I'm rolling with. Soon as I put the blunt out, then I roll again. I don't go out my way, but when I do, I hope you notice it. Business is for me and for you, I'm talking ownership. Girl, put your name on that title. We ain't loan this, fix your crown, then you walk in like you own this. Wow.
You boys, you're dancing. Oh, what a mess we were messing. Won't you close around me? I wish that you could see what I see. You are something true. You boys, you're dancing.
Ready, what up?
Let
Let me talk to my queen on this one. I feel your vibes, babe, bro. Wherever you going, know I'm coming, I couldn't stay away. Money can't buy love, but it put it on layaway. We wait for the night, we put the day away. And we get the and then put the J away. Roll another J, then another J. Me and you together forever, can't see another way. Bonnie and Clyde vibes, never putting the gun away. We talk to the moon to put the sun away. White sands, black sands, kisses on your forehead, navel in your backhand. Streets started eating me like they was Pac-Man. Yeah, it's rough, old brother, you know the black man. But you stuck with me like you gorilla glue. So I hold it down like a gorilla do.
We've known each other that long, and this is going to be the actual first time that we've actually sat down and actually talked about.
Damn, where'd you find this?
Pop bottles, we pop models, we pop models.
And that's what
Beach house views with the ocean front. Why I sold out, that's a Saint Laurent. Cash on the table, that's some light work. Horses in the stable, they got big twerk. Called up my mans and they'll swing down. We ain't get it in all week, I let it time. Got my soldiers on deck, cases going down. Got them red cups, yeah, we going up. 24 hours till we pass out. Bad chicks sleeping with their ass out.
enough idea and concept of what they want or what they want to see. I think from that point, I can start figuring out some ways of, if we got a location or we need one,
Wake up, party all night, need a wake up. Know you looking good, see you dressed up.
My bad. I'm just trying to make sure that, because I want to make sure I'm getting you right as far as the volume and everything like that. There we got. Get the mic closer. Can I get some more mic with you?
Yeah.
All right. That's what I just want to make sure that this is being recorded to where everybody is can hear it and stuff like that. And that's why I had to do some adjustments on the volumes. I'm sorry. So let's go back. Go ahead.
So, it's basically, just, communicating the message. So if I can understand, the person I'm working with, what kind of ideas they got, that's automatically going to spark some ideas in me naturally based on what, I'm hearing coming out, out of your mouth. And then, trying to see that on the screen and then thinking about some other things that is just a natural, I guess, storytelling, knack.
Yeah, and I gotta ask you a question, because like you said, the storytelling. You're from Mobile, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
like,
sir.
I know it and I don't know it. It's like, okay, being in Mobile, what was it like growing up? Is that part of some of the stories that you got, or is that anything?
I mean, I was born in Mobile, but I moved to California when I was 5.
Okay,
so
okay.
I still got a lot of experiences. I went to like Head Start and stuff there, and I got a lot of memories of things that happened there. But I wasn't at the point where I started to see anything kind of social or political or anything like that. I started kindergarten here in California.
Okay,
So,
okay.
From that aspect, everything I started right here in Fontana.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because like I said, I did a little, research and stuff like that, because sometimes,
But
like
I have did a story about, a lot of my family in Alabama.
Right.
So that's kind of like a dream project I like to get done. I got some ideas.
Right.
Some people to play, some of the family characters.
Right,
but
right.
That's going to be a little bit, different type of story.
Right. But, it's like I've worked with you on different levels of the film. Let's say the last one that you had me work. Now tell me about that film, because that was something that is actually more of what's going on today when the how can I put it, in the medication and pharmaceutical area.
The big pharma dominance that we're
Yes.
experiencing today.
Yes.
Actually, I've been trying to get that done since like 2017, 2016. It was actually inspired by a bunch of holistic doctors who had mysteriously and randomly died over like a 2-year span. And some of them was coming out with some, various breakthroughs as far as treatments. And then it's like, all these people are just, dropping. And, never got to, the details of the case or anything necessarily like that, because a lot of them was considered natural causes
Right.
and suicides.
Right.
But, I think most people, if they was coming up with something, that was going to change the world, they wouldn't necessarily kill themselves.
So let me ask you a question, because this is where I'm at right now, actually, in my life. You know what I'm saying? I've actually have started getting myself off of the medication that has been prescribed to me, to where I'm actually doing natural herbs and everything like that. I have a friend, that they watching, they give me, natural stuff and everything like that. And it's not a process of you just instantly stop taking medication. It's a process.
I'm not a physician or a nutritionist or pharmacist or a chemist or nothing like that, but I mean, I've gotten a lot of experience of watching a lot of different people and how they eat and what they consume. People that kind of live and die off the drugs and their various visits to the doctor, and I've been in experiences where I've seen just doctors just prescribe things, for the sake of
Well, it's like they prescribe you a medicine to fix your arm. All of a sudden,
and then that medicine causes a trigger
your
for
leg.
another ailment.
And that's the thing that, like I said, as a black man, we're already supposed to be considered high blood pressure and all these different things, diabetes. But I like I said, they say it's true, but I don't know. I just believe that a medicine, like you listen to a commercial, the side effects might cause anal bleeding and something. I'm like, who?
Well, a lot of that didn't even start until after like 1996 with an act that was passed to allow these drug companies to promote. In a lot of other countries, they're not allowed to, set and advertise these drugs. But to think that they advertise a drug that will fix one thing, but it might have 19 side effects, even possibly death.
Right.
You say, death, like, what I'm going to do when that's a side effect? I'm sorry, doc. I'm dead.
Right.
Go ahead and bring me back now.
Exactly.
You got a pill for death? I mean,
exactly.
Death.
Exactly. That's like I said. That's why I'm like, really, to the point where like just changing my diet, the way I eat, and actually, like I said, slowly but surely working my way off of taking medication that has been, you know, possibly causing a lot of other different things happening to me in my sickness.
I mean, I'm not, you know, not for everything, but for a lot of your various basic ailments out there, you have natural, you know, minerals and, you know, herbs throughout the earth that, you know, will trigger certain responses in the body that, you know, will help with a lot of things. And a lot of your pharmaceutical drugs are nothing more than synthetic versions of that. That's how they're able to patent that. You know, when they're able to patent that, that's how they, you know, get that, not only the big money, but that's how they get the exclusivity of whatever the treatment is for a while before it expires. But you notice that there is no natural supplement or anything that you take that's been approved by the FDA.
Right.
You know, so everything they say when it comes to that, you playing at your own risk.
Right.
But they'll approve all of these synthetic versions
Right.
of a lot of those various, you know.
Right. And the thing is like, I decided I wanted to take that chance with the natural way. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you know, getting to my age, you know what I'm saying, you know, you got to make sure, you know what I'm saying, you got some longevity. You know what I'm saying?
Your
Because I'm here.
metabolism slows down.
Right.
And, you know, you're not as active anymore necessarily because you're not doing as much as you were when you was, you know, 35.
Right.
So you ain't just ripping and running all day. I mean, you ain't got that, you know, you kind of fall back and doing a lot of that stuff the older you get.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, you had to kind of do certain things to kind of like supplement that. I think a lot of, you know, reason why we consume so much food is because our bodies are missing so many vital nutrients
Right.
that we used to have, and over time,
Right.
you just kind of sweat them and secrete them out, and you never really, you know, get them back. But there's ways to get them back if you know you got a deficiency or something like that. But that's where a lot of the excess weight comes from, and the retaining of salt, you know, which brings up the high blood pressure. I think a lot of people's high blood pressure comes from a lot of the processed foods and the sodium and the salt.
Right.
And it, you know, you just constrict the veins and pump you up.
Right. And I think what's helped me is like a lot, like in 2002, I cut out pork in my life. I stopped eating pork, period. I don't eat pork, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was one of the things that actually helped me as well, having done that.
Well, I mean, I'll still, you know, dabble in different stuff, but overall, I think a lot of the pork that people consume is high in sodium. It's like
Right.
bacon, you know,
Right.
how much salt is in that.
Right.
But and it also has a lot of fats, like, you know, one of the fattiest meats, but it doesn't have that same type of nutritious fat like a salmon or something.
Right.
So you are getting somewhat of empty calories in it, but there's something to say about a nice pork chop.
Right. I appreciate everybody that's chiming in. We're going to go into a song that we're going to come back, you know, because like I said, we have Ty Hunter in the house, and we still haven't got to the nitty-gritty of what we actually got him in here as far as the film. I want to make sure I got it right. That is the one called Freedom, correct?
Yes, sir.
Freedom. We're going to talk about freedom, you know what I'm saying, because that's the one that he's in. But like I said, I've known Ty for a long time. But here we're going to get into one of the artists. And I hate this because sometimes I get these artists' names. Fortune. It's like Fortune is what the artist's name is. But one thing, I just put it this way. It's new. I have not heard this. Ty, you're getting your first shot at this song. This song right here is featuring Just Ish, and it's called Halloween here on the Rise Radio.
Drinking all night, let me mess up. You feeling me?
Go.
Rise from the dead, he shall eat. He shall
The wicked shall burn.
and come back for all those worthy, all his people.
It's getting spooky. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30. Like Halloween.
Something sweet, so I showed her a trick and I gave her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet.
You know. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30. Like Halloween.
Something sweet, so I showed her a trick and I gave her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet.
And the goblin exterminator, Terminator. Don't make me terminate you. Not sorry if I kill shit, it's in my nature. Like Michael Myers when I speak, it's sharp like a knife, like Chucky I smell. But like child's play, this ain't never nice. Need me a bigger knife. Look at Shetty over my shoulder with your body tripping, doing the thriller dance like Mike. Down, slide, clap, left, down, slide, clap, right. Get in line for this roller coaster. Right night when we mob, ain't no stopping. Body from dropping, we plotting non-stop. And throwing my left hands, I firing shots. I know the cops and graffiti for the needy, swerving in suburbans. All the sons of police, gun loose. It's gonna be a long night like a Jason movie. I thought I told you. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that dirty. Like Halloween. Want something sweet, so I show her a trick, then I get her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. You know, it's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that dirty. Like Halloween. Want something sweet, so I show her a trick, then I get her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. Jack, pull up with a blade like blading on black. Fuck that, let's make it spectacular. What's that steak? T-bone right through the heart of Dracula like cabbage. Ain't no passion yet, this some old school shit. Old school hit, new school shit. New school hit, such a heavenly sound, pinpointing, hand raising. Ready to fuck shit up and tear shit down. Run through your town, I ain't no clown, but fuck it. Life's a circus on, let me vent past me, the gasoline. Set fire to the tent, bounce on them like a trampoline. Can't handle the way like cut through the keys. When I'm chasing you down with a Texas chainsaw in my back pocket, jigsaw nigga please. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that dirty. Like Halloween. Something sweet, so I shoot her a trick and I get her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. You know, it's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that dirty. Like Halloween. Want something sweet, so I show her a trick and I get her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet.
Why can't we have some meat? Chop your body from your head to your feet. She a devil in disguise. God bless her physique. Heaven, hell in the rhymes. Give a thorn when the shit. Big blood for the side. Call me drag when I eat. Messed up late night. Real spooky on the street. Don't run, can't hide. Man, when you was on a creep like me on A block, you know the killers run deep. Focus, pocus. Rose again like I'm Jason. Call me Freddy, I'm ready. Time to purge in that pussy. Can't get out, it's too dirty. She said, yeah, I'm a clown for you. Be my kitty man, baby, do the rounds for you. We can quiet place, don't scream. Like Jeepers Creepers, I'm in your dreams.
It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that dirty. Like Halloween. Something sweet, so I showed her a trick, then I get her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. You know, it's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that dirty. Like Halloween. Want something sweet, so I show her a trick, then I get her a treat. She feeling a rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. Wise from the daddy shall eat. He shall the wicked shall burn and come back.
That gets a ride. What do you think, Ty? All right, Ty feels it too. We all feel it. It's in the rotation. Halloween. Hey, boo. But hey, we're gonna get, like I said, back in. Hold up, let's take this echo out. Echo. All right, we're gonna get back into this with Ty, and we want to get into the film that you just, to my understanding, you're having a big release with this.
Yeah, it's something I started, nearly over like a decade ago, back when I was still in New York, and I pretty much completed in about a year and a half. But after that, had a lot of major, audio issues. A lot of it had to be, redone with a lot of re-recording, and that took months on end. And then I started working on putting it together with a mixer, and that wasn't going the way I wanted it to. So I wound up getting another mixer, starting that process over. But fortunately, a buddy of mine, we did all the recording and stuff in his studio, so I still had access to So started that process again. Everything was going good. Then I got this offer to come out to LA and work this multimedia producing job. So then packed up, moved to LA like, Jed Clampett.
Loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly. All right.
Then once I got out here, everything was going fine for a minute, I guess, and then that individual pretty much disappeared. So it was back to square one again.
Right.
Putting the sound together, and eventually found someone out here in LA to work on it, and it was going good. Then I actually shot another film at that point, and they mixed that for me, and that was, that went great. And then he had a few setbacks that, pretty much, set him back. Then I wind up getting divorced.
Getting spooky.
And after that, project kind of went on hold for a few years. But in the last couple of months, I was able to get the sound done and everything. And after years and years of, adversity,
So,
it's finally going to be out.
well, my question is, it's a all Asian cast.
No, I mean a lot of the cast is Asian, but it takes place pretty much in Chinatown,
Right.
Canal Street, New York
That's
City.
what when I seen it. That's what I was like. Oh wow, this is different. You know what I'm saying? Because the things I've seen you work on, you know what I'm saying. That's what Brady. I was like, wow, that's different. I've never.
Yeah, so it's about a story of a lady who's from China, and she's it's kind of inspired by some articles I read over the past, but there was another woman from London that was a very big trafficker who, she was very brutal in a lot of ways, but a lot of people from China actually admired her because, she
Right.
was their beacon of freedom to get over
Okay.
and get out of there. But so that's kind of where the lead character is sparked from, but they're actually importing in people from China and, underground labor for various purposes and industries. And it kind of falls into a detective story as a backdrop of,
Okay.
People coming up missing or people floating up on shore dead, stuff like that, because that kind of sparks the detectives to start looking into things.
Right. That's the one. That's like the opening scene. Is where the detectives
Discover a body.
discover
on the
a
river.
body, like on the side. And there's like, what was that? The what was that? What's that bridge? It's in New York.
That was under the Brooklyn Bridge. right
Okay,
there where we
that's
shot
why I
that.
was like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so it's filmed in Brooklyn, New York. That scene.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I did look a little bit, didn't I?
Yeah, all of it was shot in New York. We shot that there. We shot at the container yard over in Staten Island, one of the only two container yards on the eastern seaboard that would even let you shoot in there. The other one is down in like Baltimore where they shot the wire at that point.
Oh wow.
And we were able to shoot in Supreme Court one night, so I was able to get a lot of different things done. It was like a golden time because after that, Bloomberg kind of changed a few of the different laws and stuff.
Right.
As far as, well, I wouldn't say laws, but restrictions as far as shooting in some of the public, spaces and, courthouses and stuff, where at the time, it didn't take very much. You had your insurance and permits and stuff like that, you could get it.
Right.
You just had to pay for all of the overtime
Right.
for the security officers that would be needed during the time you were shooting.
Right.
And on top of that, he wound up doing like a $3,500 stipend on top of that just to be able to go on there. And it's like he was just basically kind of doing things to shun down the little independent filmmaker because, they started changing laws where you couldn't set up sticks anywhere. You're setting up sticks, then you better have a permit where
Oh wow.
I became very comfortable in the run and gun element because, hell, I don't necessarily have a lot of time and, resources all the time to be able to, do that.
Right.
If I can get out there and at the right time, I can get it shot. I once came out here to LA when I was finishing up my first feature that's on Amazon Prime, a strip called Destiny, and we were shooting like a prison scene. Like I was supposed to be getting out of prison. I was shooting in prison.
Okay.
But we shot, the rest of that in New York, and we came out and shot some pickup stuff. And I was just, shooting right outside of the getting shot with like my files and everything. Like I'm getting released, walking across the street to where I'm being picked up, and that wind up leading to the warden coming out. And I guess he was going home or something. He had his wife in the car with him, and he's like, "What you guys doing or what?" So I told him, and he was like, "All right, but that's not gonna stop anybody else from coming out here or what?" So he rode off, and we got like one more take in, and we was wrapping up. Then all of a sudden, Chino PD showed up. And we like, "Oh, we out of here. We getting out of here." "Oh no, well, wait a minute. Sit down. Let me get your ID." So they went up there, put us through the ringer, and then he said we had to sit and wait on his sergeant to get there. And eventually they let us go, but they was threatened about keeping all of the footage and all of that.
Oh, wow.
Literally, we were just walking across the street. We weren't, invading anything. But I guess the security measures, it wasn't too long after 9/11, I guess, about 7 or 8 years. So, you know how things go.
Yeah, that's what they call that. Sometimes you got to do it underground ghetto.
In the filmmaking realm, we call it guerrilla.
Mm-hmm.
It's guerrilla filmmaking when you just, you get it how you can,
Right.
in order to get the shot. You
Right.
worry about all the procedures later.
I heard that. So hey, now what I want you to do, I want you to let everybody know your social media. Let them know where they can see the film at, how to see the film, where to find you at, and all your information and stuff like that.
Well, you can find the film. It'll be on Amazon Prime probably within the next 4 to 6 weeks at the most. So you can see a trailer of that and various other stuff on my YouTube page at Hunterfly Films, and my Twitter and my Instagram as well, both at Hunterfly Films. And that's where you can find everything you want. YouTube will be there, and Vimeo as well if you want to, be able to see some stuff at Hunterfly Films as well.
Yeah, check some of this stuff out. You might see me in it.
You'll be in a few things.
Hey, but like I say, it was a pleasure having you in here. And like I said, I've known you so long, and like I said, this is actually the first time we actually sat down and talked about your business and what you do and everything. Because like I said, most of the time we're always talking about some work, doing some work. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. This
Always
business,
gotta get it done.
It's work. So hey, y'all have a blessed one, a good one, a safe one. Hey, check it out, OTR.LA, and listen to On the Rise Radio, people. And I'm going to go ahead and close it out with that new song we just got, Halloween, you know what I'm saying? And I got to say, shout out to, I'm going to get it right, 4-5, all right, 4-5, you know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all, it was a pleasure. Hey, much love, and y'all have a good one. I'm out.
Arise from the dead, he shall eat. He shall the wicked shall burn and come back for all those worthy, all his people. It's getting spooky. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30. Like Halloween. Something sweet, so I showed her a trick and I gave her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30. Like Halloween. Something sweet, so I showed her a trick and I gave her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. The goblin exterminator, Terminator, don't make me Terminator. Not sorry if I kill shit, it's in my nature. Like Michael Myers when I speak, it's sharp like a knife, like Chucky I smell. But like child's play, this ain't never nice. Need me a bigger knife, looking steady over my shoulder with your body tripping, doing the thriller dance like Mike. Down, slide, clap, left, down, slide, clap, right. Get in line for this roller coaster, bright night. When we mob, ain't no stopping, body from dropping, we plotting non-stop. And throwing my left times, I firing shots, I know the cops. And graffiti for the needy, swerving in suburbans. All the sons of police, gun loose. It's gonna be a long night like a Jason movie. I thought I told you. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30. Like Halloween. Something sweet, so I showed her a trick and I gave her a treat. She feeling the rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30. show her a trick, then I give her a treat. She feeling a rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. Jack, pull up with a blade like blading on black. Fuck that, let's make it spectacular. What's that steak? T-bone right through the heart of Dracula like cabbage. Ain't no passion yet, this some old school shit. Old school hit, new school shit, new school hit. Such a heavenly sound, pinpointing, hand raising. Ready to fuck shit up and tear shit down. Run through your town, I ain't no clown, but fuck it. Life's a circus on, let me vent. Pass me the gasoline, set fire to the tent. Bounce on them like a trampoline, can't handle the way like cut through the knees. When I'm chasing you down with a Texas chainsaw and in my back pocket, jigsaw, nigga, please. It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30, like Halloween. Something sweet, so I show her a trick and I give her a treat. She feeling a rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. You know, it's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30, like Halloween. Something sweet, so I show her a trick and I give her a treat. She feeling a rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet.
Why can't we have some meat? Top your body from your head to your feet. She a devil in disguise. God bless her physique. Heaven, hell in the rhymes. Give a thorn on the sheet. Big blood for the side. Call me drag when I eat. Masked up late night. Real spooky on the street. Don't run, can't hide. Man, we always on the creep. Like me on A block. You know the killers run deep. Hocus pocus. Rose again like I'm Jason. Call me Freddy, I'm ready. Time to purge in that pussy. Can't get out, it's too deadly. She said, yeah, I'm a clown for you. Yeah, my candy man, baby, 3 rounds for you. Need a quiet place, don't scream. Shh, like Jeepers Creepers, I'm in your dreams.
It's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like Halloween. Up early with that 30, like Halloween. Something sweet, so I showed her a trick and I gave her a treat. She feeling a rush, no candy bars, ain't nothing sweet. You know, it's getting scary like Halloween. Got the mask on like